Hello everyone, here we go with catheteral inflammation of the eustachian tube or eustachian tube catheter. These may ask in your exam as a short note with any homeopathy remedy. So you can see here eustachian tube connects the tympanic cavity to the nasopharynx so that if there is any infection in the tympanic cavity, it spread to the eustachian tube, or the infection in the nasopharynx, it spread to the eustachian tube. So here we can clearly see two causes of the obstruction in the eustachian tube. First is upper respiratory tract infection and second is otitis media. When the infection is in middle ear cavity, it spread to the eustachian tube, vice versa. What are the symptoms of obstruction? It is very simple. First is earache, second is fullness of ear, feeling of blocking the ear, and third is sometimes temporary hearing loss. What are the complications? Complications are if the condition is not treated, it may chances of the chronic infection, chronic otitis media or the acute otitis media, and sometimes conductive type of hearing loss. Differential diagnosis is same. Serous otitis media, it means non-suppurative otitis media, acute or chronic. The eustachian tube connects the tympanic cavity and the nasal cavity. Its function is to equalize pressure between the tympanic cavity and the outside. It is usually just a temporary problem during and after a cold. Eustachian tube may get blocked due to the disease of nose, paranasal sinus and pharynx such as sinusitis, rhinitis, adenoids, tonsils, allergy, etc. It develops as a result of non-suppurative otitis media or otitis media with effusion, in which the fluid accumulates in the middle ear cavity but not discharged or drained. Due to the chronic obstruction of eustachian tube, the air in the middle ear get absorbed and the eardrum become retracted. So it leads to the conductive type of deafness. What is the conductive type of deafness? When there is a defect in the external ear part, as in the pinna, auditory canal or in the eardrum or into the middle ear cavity, it is known as the conductive type of deafness. What are the causes? As I mentioned before, first is the common cold or the upper respiratory tract infection. The blocked nose or the thick mucus that develops during a cold or other infection may block the tube. An infection may also cause the lining of tube to become inflamed and swollen. Second is glue ear. Glue ear, it means the ear with the serous fluid. It is condition where the middle ear fills with the glue-like liquid. It is common condition in children. Third is allergy. Any allergic disease such as rhinitis, hay fever can cause extra mucus and inflammation in and around the tube. Last is smoking. Smoking damages the cilia and this can allow mucus to gather in the tubes. So the tissue which lies at the back of the nose and throat, it enlarged and blocked the eustachian tube. So these are the four causes which leads to the eustachian tube obstruction. Symptoms: earache, result of the rhinitis, sometimes feeling of the blocking of ear can persist for 1 to 2 days. These symptoms are goes with or without, sometimes without treatment. Complications and differential diagnosis are same. Complications: if the condition is not treated for a long time, it developed acute and chronic otitis media with effusion or the serosal otitis media. Differential diagnosis is serosal otitis media and sometimes conductive hearing impairment. What is the treatment? Causative factor should be eradicated. What are the causative factors? Sinusitis, rhinitis, common cold, tonsillitis. These are the causative factors in the obstruction of eustachian tube, and this should be treated first either with the antibiotic or with the surgery. Meringopuncture. In this, the injection of air into the middle ear gives immediate relief. So, this is all about eustachian tube obstruction, and the homeopathic treatment we'll discuss later on. Thank you.